Hi, I'm Virus. I play in Device. Welcome to the show.
It was a nice early start for you guys today.
You know what? For going on first at the main stage, and sometimes you come out in a festival, and since you're first, everybody's just kind of, you know. But not today. Not in this place, man. Montreal, beautiful, awesome people. And probably one of the best shows of this tour, by far. Oh yeah, the people here are beautiful, and they're rowdy, and they love heavy rock music. So it was awesome.
You mentioned that they had a high level of energy. How do you guys find that high level of energy so early in the morning?
Man, because we just woke up like a couple hours before, right? Because we had to cross the border. So you get up and you're thinking, oh, everybody's going to be tired like me. But then you come out there and you have a show like that. Did you see the show?
Yeah.
Man, like you're like, wow, this is amazing. And then they're feeding off you, you're feeding off them, and it becomes cyclical, and just you really come together, band and crowd, and it's a beautiful experience. That's what it should be every time.
And you mentioned having to cross the border in the wee hours of the morning. How hard is it for a band to go across? Because I'm assuming with a big bus. And
Yeah,
and all that.
I mean, if you think about it, sometimes it can be bad if you have criminals in your band, or if there's like a wanted, if one of the guys in your crew is on the FBI's 10 most wanted list. But luckily, we don't have those kind of people in our organization, so it was easy for us, But they're just doing their job, and they have to be thorough. And you're coming into someone else's country, so got to play by the rules, and that's part of the job.
And everybody in the band, they've all had experience in other bands. And so basically with Device, you guys are starting up from the bottom, building your way up again. What differences have you noticed from, like, say, from today, building a band up from the ground, versus building
Back
a
in the
band
day?
like 5, 10 years ago?
Well, David's been around as long as I have, from when I started, in the late 90s. And like, it was a different industry then. And Will's been around the block playing in bands, same thing. So, we come from the late 90s, and we've all been in bands that it was when people were buying records. And now there's not a lot of people that buy music. So it's a different industry now, and it's actually right now it's really tough to be in a rock band right now, and especially to be new. Even with David from Disturbed, we're still a small band starting out. We got to build. We got to start from square one. So it's exciting for us because we get to do it again, and we're a little bit smarter from when we were kids. So you get to go through the machine again, but then you're a lot smarter with, okay, well, I know that we're going to need this. I'm not going to do that again that I did in 1999. I'm definitely not going to do that. That was a mistake. So, you're a little smarter, and I think you have to be in today's industry, because it's tougher now. But I don't want to say I don't want to be all gloom and doom, but because we're really excited. The fans are curious. You saw today, we walk out there and people are talking about Device. So we're excited and happy. So we're just going to keep working as hard as we can and take it to the highest level we can.
And you mentioned that there's plus sides, there's downsides and plus sides. One of the plus sides would be social media, being able to connect with fans.
Yeah, this question comes up frequently. It's like when you're in a new band, social media is really important, because you can spread yourself really fast, really wide, everywhere. When you've been around a while, then you get into like oversaturation. Like a band's 3 or 4 records deep, and like everybody's knows who you are, and maybe they can be burned out on you, or your songs everywhere, which means that you're doing well. But definitely when you're in a new band, building something, like social media is really important, and which we are embracing, obviously.
And you guys are just about to finish the Gigant tour.
Yep.
How was that tour like for you guys?
Tour was great. Megadeth was awesome hosts. And all of our buddies were on the bill, on Black Label, and like so, and Hell Yeah. So when you walk into the first day, it's like, hey, everybody's there because everybody knows each other. So it was a great experience. Tomorrow's the last show in Toronto, and I'm sure we'll say our goodbyes tomorrow, and then we'll see everybody on different tours in the future.
During tours like that, do you actually get the chance to see the other bands perform, or is it more?
Yeah, because that's the cool thing about these things. When a show like this, like you get to look at the schedule and go side stage and see your buddy play. But yeah, you kind of, everybody's side stage kind of rooting each other on and, lending their support and watching you, maybe making goofy faces at you or something. But that's the cool part about being a part of a big tour.
Okay. And you guys did a cover of an Ozzy and Lita Ford song. Lizzie
Did you see it today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sang with you guys.
Yeah.
Have you received any feedback from Ozzy or?
I don't know if Ozzy's heard it. Lita Ford, she loved it.
Really?
I think David played it for her, and she was like, she loved it. But we're excited to have it on the album because we think it's special. And you saw what happens today. On our album we have several guests, and when we get to have a song like that in the set, and then the artist that's a guest is also on the bill, like the fans love it. You can see it. Like she walks out, and it's madness, and it's a special moment, and fans love that. So we're just excited to do the whole guest thing, and we're excited about that song in general.
What happens when, like, say, Lizzie and Hailstorm are not part of the same bill as you guys?
Then we pull a fan out of the audience. We have them sing. No. Dave will just sing the whole thing himself. In fact, there's other songs on the album, with Glenn Hughes and M. Shadows from Avenged, and if they're not there, David just sings the parts. But on the album, there are versions of David singing everything because the guests kind of came on at the end of the recording process. So, these songs were all sung by David initially, but Close My Eyes was always going to be a duet, and him and Lizzie have talked about this for years, so finally made it happen.
It's something about their voices. They're so distinctive.
Yeah.
In the way they sound.
Especially David's voice. You hear his voice, and you're like, hey, I know that guy.
Exactly.
And Lizzie's just amazing. Today was like when she comes out and sings, like there's obviously two microphones, but usually that microphone isn't on in my mix usually. But today it was on, and it sounded so good. I was playing, I was like, oh, this is awesome. Yeah, she's great.
And you mentioned Gigantour finishes tomorrow, and then you've got some more dates planned out. You're going to go to Europe with Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah, and Five Finger. Yeah, that's going to be, I think it's 4 weeks, starting like November 6th to December 6th, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Excited to be playing with those two bands, and us being the new kid on the block and going out there and slugging it out. Like, we're all about that, so we're psyched about that. Prior to that, David's having his son born, so we'll be down for like a month or so, but excited, man, real excited.
And then after the tour, what else is planned?
After which one?
After Europe.
After Europe, it'll be December 6th. You know what? I don't know if there's anything going on in December except the holidays. So I'll be home with the kids and the family, and then I know we have Shiprocked, I think in January, and we are putting together a tour, but I don't think anything's been solidified yet. But we'll be out doing something.
That's it.
Hey, thanks for having me. Thank you to the fans.